Hey y'all, Gregor here with a brand new video. I hope you are having an awesome week and are looking forward to an awesome 3-day weekend. I have a brand new deck guide. As soon as I saw the OTA changes that were coming, I immediately saw the Luke Cage change and thought, hey, I think this is a good place for C3. The biggest drawback of C3 was that you could hit affliction locations, or you could be hit with affliction and you couldn't do anything about it anymore, which kind of made it a no-go for any type of conquest or ladder play. So I decided to try my hand at a brand new C3 deck. I also got some guidance from some friends on Twitter, as well as our good friend Pulse Glazer, better known as Snap Judgments on YouTube. And we came up with something really cool. I do have some sub options as well if you're not digging what I have in the list. This is what worked best for me and my personal preference. Let's get into it. As always, if you like the video, if you get something from it, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you can. Helps a ton. Just engaging with the video helps the algorithm push it out to more people. So thank you for watching. Immediately, I was thinking of what I could put into this list to make it work as well as possible. I knew we needed someone that could deal with changing locations. I also wanted to add Quake because I really like how chaotic Quake can be and how often you can use it to mess up your opponent if you have either if you have prio in the right situations. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this deck. Red Guardian also a really great card in here, but Luke Cage is kind of holding it together so we don't get hit with any negative locations. Valkyrie helps us, so if we get a card that ends up going above 3 power, we can knock it back down to 3. We can also knock back down their cards to 3. So usually, let's just go over the cards individually first. We have Bast, which gives, there's 3 cards we're trying to hit with Bast. We're trying to hit Cerebro, we're trying to hit Mystique, we're trying to hit Iron Man. My usual rule is if I have 2 out of the 3 cards, that is enough for me to Bast. So if I have either Cerebro Mystique or Cerebro Iron Man or any combination of those 2, that is a good reason for me to do something like if I'm on turn 3, laying down either Jeff or Bast or any of those other 2 options. So lots of good stuff on curve. We have Jeff, so we have movement. Jeff is pretty important here, especially with how much Professor X is being played. Being able to get Jeff into a lane and then being able to buff it with Cerebro to either a 5 or a 7 if you do the combo with Mystique, amazing. Really great value there. Quake does flop, flop locations, and then we have Scarlet Witch. I like Scarlet Witch here. You could put in Magic if you want that turn 7. I'm just a fan of the chaos of Scarlet Witch. Sometimes it hurt me, but a lot more times I felt like it hurt my opponent more. It's really interesting because we would get such random results. I like Scarlet Witch. I don't think she gets enough play. That's why I like her in this list. Sentinel is really important here. Sentinel is such a good card because it gives you a consistent 2-drop. So if you don't have another 2, you can keep playing Sentinel and keep working on your curve. US Agent deals with really tall cards. If you don't have US Agent, you can sub in Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi works in Cerebro as well because he is a 4-3. But US Agent is better value for us because Shang-Chi is a 4 cost. Hi, James. And US Agent is a 2 cost and can potentially give you some insane value if they have a 4, 5, or 6 cost card. They all get hit with -4. Cerebro, of course, and Mystique. Usually the Mystique. So this is how I usually think about it. I'm trying to hit either Iron Man or Cerebro with Mystique afterwards, right? If I play Iron Man on 5, I will Mystique afterwards and then Cerebro. That way, I have essentially 2 Iron Mans. You can pretty easily push 20, 30 plus power in each lane. Luke Cage to deal with Affliction. Red Guardian to deal with any situations where it might be scary. Like if they play a Wong, you can deal with Wong. If they play something that's going to grow huge like an Angela or something like that, you can lock it down with Red Guardian. Iron Man here, obviously, Iron Man gives us insane value, doubling whatever our power is at a location in combination with Cerebro. Amazing. Valkyrie is also just a very strong card. It can give any of our cards that are either negative or above the 3-cost card. We can play that and flip it at the very end, especially if the opponent has played a lot of cards in that lane that go above. You just knock them down to all 3 and you get the win because you get better value with Cerebro. It's been doing really well. I got an infinite ticket with it last night on stream. I've been having a ton of fun with it. But if you're looking for substitute options, like I said, Shang-Chi is one, Magic is another one, and Ravonna Renslayer could also fit really well in here. I tried Ravonna Renslayer. I couldn't get her to work. So the idea for Ravonna Renslayer is that you're going to get Cerebro, Mystique, and Iron Man at a reduced cost. The thing is, if you bast, though, those don't get that cost reduction. And I just wasn't getting it to work on curve. I didn't really have an issue getting Bast in my hand, and we have other win conditions that we can use where we don't even need to necessarily play Bast. I kind of just like the curve as is. So if you try something else, if you change it out, let me know what you change it with and what works for you. I think it's very fun that you can experiment with this deck too and see what works best for you. I always recommend that people play a new deck for a few times in Proving Grounds. Once you're in Proving Grounds and you can get 3 wins in a row with a deck, that's when you can bring it into Ladder. That's my general rule. So take that before you go right into Ladder with it. And good luck. I hope you like the deck, and let me know what you think in the comments. Just to give you a better, view of everything that we got here, the C3 Tech deck. I also, like always, like to include a little breakdown of energy and power. So this deck gives us 1 1-cost card, 5 2-cost cards, 4 3-cost cards, and 2 5-cost cards. So it gives us pretty much something that we can play consistently on curve. Usually you're not playing on 1. You want to keep Bast until you have at least, like I've said this before, 2 out of the 3 of these in hand. On 2, you're either going to go with like Jeff or Sentinel preferably. Sentinel's always good to put into hand. And then on 3, you're going to either do a Bast and 2-cost combo, or you're going to put down a 3 like Luke Cage, a Red Guardian to stop something. You want to save Cerebro and Mystique usually for turn 6, along with... So depending on if you do Iron Man on 5, I will usually do Iron Man into Mystique and then Cerebro as the last play, and it will hit all of those cards. Yeah, it's just been doing really well for me, and I've liked it a lot. Feels very strong. Can't find hope to believe in. So we skipped 1. That's pretty normal because Bast is our only 1-cost card. Usually we hold on to Bast anyways until we either get Mystique, Cerebro, or Iron Man in hand. That way we get that value. But pretty much every turn we can stay on curve without, really floating energy. Especially with Sentinel. Sentinel gives us some great value. So we Sentinel this turn. Usually save the US agent for later. What I could do, which would be really funny, is just swap the locations. I think I'm going to do that because it's funny to me. The other option would be, I think Red Guardian's going to be better value based off curve because we could do Quake and Sentinel next turn. And Red Guardian's going to hit Jeff, making sure they can't move. I think we win that spot just because of Red Guardian here. Yeah, that's your rock now. And the best part is, like, if we Valkyrie this lane, the Green Goblin does nothing. So I think our better option, we don't even need to do that. We could just Sentinel and then Quake. I think I'm better off doing it like this. Right? So they swap around. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. All my follows are anonymous, so if you're lurking, feel free to keep lurking, but if you want to say hello, we're very nice up in here. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Yeah, we do Quake this turn. We still don't have... I think the OTA changes overall were pretty good. I love Quake. Hey, awesome. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about the Paper Mario remake recently. Do we do the Valkyrie play on the left-hand side? I like that we kind of block them off over here. The thing I don't like, though, is we don't have... I don't have Cerebro. I don't have Mystique at this point. I could stop big plays with US Agent. I think I do, like, US Agent, Luke Cage here. You got infinite with one of my decks. What deck did you use, Zalorm? That's amazing. Congratulations. That's what I love about her. Like, you don't need to use Quake, but just the ability to swap it on them, especially if you have priority on turn and you're going into it. That's fine. Wait, why is Cannonball not getting... Oh, because he's the only card at that location. That makes sense. Okay. I was going to be like, what is happening there? So I like the Mordo change because it basically gives your opponent a dead draw on the next turn. The only thing I don't like about it is that it loses its synergy with Ronin. You know what I mean? Do we just do this? Just Valkyr? I think I might just Valkyr. Lol. Ah, there it is. Didn't even need the Cerebro here. Victory. We basically just locked them out from the big house using Quake and then hit them with the Valkyrie. Oh! So, to be fair, that is not necessarily my list. The only thing that I added to that list was Jeff. The original creator was KM Best, who is an amazing Marvel Snap player. Consistently top 100. Well, I'm glad I was able to help. Yeah, KM Best is a very, very good deck builder. I like to think I'm a pretty good builder as well. I think this deck is kind of going to pop off. I like that we start with a dub. You gotta love the Valkyrie. Ronin is already powerful enough. He'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be okay. That was the thing, though. I liked Baron Mordo within the Ronin. I guess Maximus can fit that role, right? Maximus kind of does the same thing. Ida! Hello, friend. Welcome on in. Happy Thursday. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a deck guide for this this deck, the C3, probably next. Probably use the content from today and create a deck guide, hopefully before the end of the weekend, but I got a lot of stuff going on, you know? I've been dealing with computer issues since last night. Power flicking almost took out my laptop, but I got it working again, but I had to reinstall Windows. I really hope the reinstall fixes the issue. That's no fun when that's going on. Fast doesn't really give us the value that we want here because it only hits Mystique. I also don't like Stark Tower because Stark Tower is going to make our cards too much, so we're just going to get rid of Stark Tower with Scarlet Witch. Bam. That's why we have her here for that location change. Doesn't bother us. So I found this out. Red Guardian works on Colossus, which I didn't think it would. Can't be destroyed, moved, or have its power reduced. But the thing is, Red Guardians on reveal removes the text, so it doesn't know. Yeah, I was surprised by this. I tested it today. I'm like, this isn't going to do anything. And then watch what happens. If his text is gone.
Are ye worthy?
Yeah. There you go. He can have his. He can. It can be reduced. Okay. At this point, it is in our best interest to Bast. Actually, I think I'm going to Hood and then Bast because that will make the Demon a 3 cost. And then I could just US Agent over here. We're kind of blocking everything out. So all of these cards that are going to be 0 are going to be 3. So they fit into our Cerebro play. So we're going to save probably Cerebro for last. So we get a Demon, swap out that. We get a Sentinel, so we get another Sentinel. Fast hits. Demon is now 3, but so are the others. And Jeff! Oh, we are setting it up right now. We have options available to us at this point. So I Iron Man this turn. And then I have the option to Probably we're going to get a better benefit from mystiquing after Iron Man and then playing Cerebro.
I am.
That's
Iron
what I
Man.
try to... I find that one of the good things that I'm good at is kind of explaining my thought process and the logic behind my plays. So if you get something out of that, I'm very happy I can help. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to Mystique afterwards, and then we play Cerebro. We're not going to beat that. 23 is way too much power, but we're going to win in these other lanes. Yeah, there's a Nomura deck that I want to try that I saw on Pulse Glazer's Snap Judgment's latest video.
Doom rules.
It's gonna do nothing. Watch this. Gonna do nothing. Mystique copies the Iron Man. And then
I am Iron Man.
we play Cerebro. Boom. 16, 26, 40. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see.
Victory.
You can easily push lanes with this. Boom. Look at that. That's some big power right there. So turn 6 is when you do the big reveal, right? That is when you do this. But you have pretty much a tech option for everything. So US Agent knocked down Doombot by -4. So he's able to basically take on any really big 6-cost cards by himself. So Ida, the idea is that all of my cards are going to be 3 power consistently, and Cerebro's going to put all of them up to either 5 or 7 if I Cerebro the Mystique afterwards. I promised Twitter I would get lots of games in, and then I would report back. Goodwill Highlander. Ooh, we have 2 of the ones that I want to hit. I still feel like I hold off to try and get that Iron Man, potentially. If I could get all 3, even better. We get rid of Mindscape with either... Well, really just Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is our location change. You like it? I still think Cap could still use a little bit better of a buff. I don't like that he only works with ongoing cards. Like, that's so specific. That, like, very much pigeonholes him. So we have Luke Cage here. And then we can do Jeff and Sentinel next. That's still fine for us. You like him in... I think that's where they wanted to fit him instead of, like, Punisher within that specific deck along with Spectrum. So we have Sentinel, we have Jeff, and then we can do some combination on 5. I'm cool with that. The thing is, I'm just going to Valkyrie there. I'm excited for the series drops in general. Okay, so we're going to be swapping hands regardless. I could just do that. Turn that negative into a positive for us. Bam. They get us by 1? Well, we have Jeff. Luckily, we have Jeff, so we win that location. And we get Scarlet Witch 1 turn too late. But I just do this. And we win, right? Because whatever they play, hopefully, I guess they could fill up the entire lane. Maybe this instead. Because we win Mindscape, right? Maybe we just get rid of Mojo World? We have priority regardless, so we would get rid of the debris. Actually, my fear is they just fill it all the way up, though. And they win because of that. So let's do that. I don't think they can win all the locations. I think we just get this. They could play the Cerebro. Yeah, you're right. They could absolutely play our Cerebro and win mid. It's all right. Sometimes I just like to see what happens.
I am Iron Man.
They didn't play the Cerebro. They had win condition, though. They had win condition. Why?
Victory.
They literally had win condition. QG Marcel. Luckily, I don't have a ton of on reveal effects. Yo, what's up? How you doing, Sean? Gibbo? I think we're doing pretty well. We're just trying out this C3 deck right now. We have the Quake play that we could do. I feel like this is pretty good value. We get 2 out of the 3 cards we want to hit. I feel like Quake is a little bit too early. Maybe I go with a Scarlet Witch here. So if I get Cerebro and Sinister London, it's like over, right? Like that's such good value for us. Ooh, but that's scary that I'm up against the Destroy deck. That is very scary to be up against the Destroy deck. Let's do Bast, US Agent. That way, if they put anything big in Sinister London, they get hit with that. Double Demons. Yeah, any location that multiplies when they have a Destroy deck is scary. Bam. But also that means I could get double Cerebros. Cerebro into Mystique. This is going to get real big. It's going to get real big. Yeah, pretty much any location that either multiplies or destroys favors Destroy decks. So let's do that and then that. Because I have Prio this turn. I think we win this. We have a lot of things going for us. We're going to get another Mystique that does Cerebro's play. And then, wait for it. No value for you because of Quake. Bam! Oh, I love the Quake play. When it hits, huge. Your on reveal's not going to go off anymore. This is ridiculous right now. Jesus. And it's not even close right now. Do we just Iron Man? The problem is that if we Iron Man, we're going to hit with negative energy. But I still think we're so far up. Even if he goes negative, we just win. Like, even with -4 here, it's going to make no difference.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Wait for it. Yeah, we're still at 58. They got one of our... Okay. Doesn't do an on reveal. Let's go. Huge. Look at that.
Victory.
Massive numbers there. We still ended up with basically 3 Cerebros. Absolutely disgusting. I thought you were going to wander left lane, then murder world right. That would have been the play, but I think I overthought it, which happens sometimes. Brain doesn't always work the way that I want it to. I do like that I get to play Scarlet Witch in this deck. Like, when was the last time you saw Scarlet Witch? Well, that is going to be... Oof. Aunt May. Hold up. I could do a card... I do a card that has 0, so it gets +3, right? I don't like stop giving me locations that give buffs. So Cerebro works. Cerebro would get +3. Like Bazam. Okay. This still works. Is this gonna work? Bam. Bam. I think we just play these 2 lanes. Xander doesn't really work for us because it gives them +1. Mystique is gonna hit the Cerebro. They could Red Guardian us. Cerebro's not gonna work for them though. Bam.
I am Iron Man.
Exactly. Yeah. This thing counters Loki so hard. This is the second time I've come across the Loki deck. Bam. 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 We good? And Bass because I can? You know what? You're right. That's better value. That's better value. The Red Guardian just says, nah. I'm okay if they did pull my Valkyrie, because that just helps us. Wait for it. Bam. They got to beat 21. That's going to be difficult. No. We stopped there. Let's go. Oh, you were absolutely correct, Brendan. That actually won us the game because it stopped the Mystique play afterwards. They got no value from it. Ridiculous. So I love that it says Raider from Perry Manilow on my bot because I actually have a tab open with you, Perry, right now. Just saying. Okay. Actually, this is okay for us. Jotunheim's fine for us because we have Luke Cage. Like I said, we support the homies here. Go get some grub. Thank you again. Right? Oh, the way that you landed it. So good. Okay, so we have options here. Jeff in Kunlun isn't good because we actually want to keep him at 3. That was... Well, I was not expecting it. I don't think it matters what volume you have. I think it just matters that you refresh the page, right? That's the thing. You just have to refresh the page if you're doing for a partner push, which I know Perry is. So I think I might just US agent over here. I was told by Twitch, they said that it doesn't affect if you have volume on or not. Yes, exactly. Okay. See, I don't even know at this point anymore. I don't want to put out the Cerebro yet because then we become a target for Red Guardian potentially. I think I might just Kunlun here because we have the option for Luke Cage and I don't think they do. So that gives us good value here. Also, this deck runs Scarlet Witch. They do have that. Well, that makes me want to Red Guardian that very badly. My instincts are telling me, let's do this first. Let's do this first. I am going to try and hit that Luke Cage, though. But I want to do it on a better curve. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to go negative, my guy. I'm sorry. I got to do this. Bam. Bam. We got Cerebro. We got Mystique. Hopefully, for turn 6, I would want Cerebro and Luke Cage if we can. Bam. Yo, Brady, what's going on? How you doing, friend? Brady, I saw the quiz that you put together for Perry. Was very fun to watch. You know, I think we just do the Mystique and then this and this, right? Sure, we lose here, but they lose more. You're making a new quiz? Let's go. I'm excited to see how Sal does on Perry's quiz. Hopefully y'all are turning that into content because that was good stuff. Yes, Cerebro Mystique is going to give us all of these 3-cost cards. Also, we win over here probably. Bam. Bam. Huge. Big numbers. What are we at? 14?
Knowledge is power.
Nah, we win. Do we win? Wait. No, we win.
Victory.
Red Guardian for the dub. Red Guardian MVP. Let's go. Ridiculous. The fact that we hit their Luke Cage was the entire reason that we won this. Ah, this deck feels so good right now. The U.S. Agent is also good. If you don't have U.S. Agent, you can put Shang-Chi in his place. But this is how we deal with their tall cards. Arch Bowie. See, having Sentinel in hand is always nice. Also, any chance I get to play this sick variant? Like, look how cool that looks. I also like that we have the Quake option. So if they start playing ongoing cards in a lane, we can flop the... Ooh. All right, they also have Quake. Was not expecting that. Wakanda. Interesting. So I'm going to keep... I think I'm definitely going to hold on to my Quake here. And I think we're just going to keep hitting the Sentinel. That's fine. So we have the option to hit him with Valkyrie over there. Well, that goes my plan for the ongoing abilities. But we still have other stuff we can do. So I can... I think I'm going to Sentinel and Jeff. Who we hitting? Okay. We hitting the Iron Man. See, the combo that I have is still here, which is Cerebro Mystique. That's why I'm going to US Agent here. I'm going to Cerebro here. So we can do Mystique into something else next turn. I think we have win conditions here. Dakin? Stature. Yep, that hits both of them. US Agent putting in some work today. I could just Valkyrie here. No, but if I fill this lane, Widow's Kiss goes back to 0, which is better for us. So let's just do this. Hopefully they don't have Red Guardian. We have Prio, though, so that's pretty good for us. Or the other option... No, I like the double here. I think we just win that. Mystique gets a copy of the Cerebro. We're 14 in every lane. We were 14 in every lane. Oh, beautiful.
Victory.
Oh. This location is weird to me. This is the new location. Cards that didn't start in your deck get +2 power here. I guess so I don't play my Sentinels there. I mean, that pig still works for us, though. That's a 2/3 piggy. Yeah, Dream Dimension will be the location we get rid of. It's a serve and surfer. Brood loves it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Brood would do really well there. Or Sentinel. Or any token cards for that matter. It could be good for Kazoo too. Like, there's our Cerebro. I'll put Luke Cage here. Hopefully we pull Scarlet Witch so we can get rid of Dream Dimension, because I really don't want that spot. This is a Darkhawk deck, I'm betting. Bast is actually good here. Bast works for us. So I should be able to Cerebro next turn. I have an idea. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to see. Widow's Bite. Kind of mean, but you know what? So actually that could kind of work for us here. And so we do this. We do Cerebro. And then we do Valkyrie here next turn, right? They just gave us a free 3 power card with Valkyrie. Turn lemons into lemonade. Or lemon grenades. That's another card that we get to use. Thank you. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. All right, so we do Valkyrie here. And the Rock because we can. And these all become, we win this lane. They got to beat us by 1 here and by 4 here. I don't think they can beat us in both. This is why we have Valkyrie, specifically. Or maybe they can. Can they beat us in both? Yeah, they just gave us 20 because of that. Oh, the Rock counts for us. We tie there. We win. Let's go. 20 beats. Yes.
Victory.
Huge. Look at that. Oh, turning lemons into lemonade. This video is already pretty long as it is, so I am going to do a separate video of our entire Gold Conquest run where we got the infinite ticket. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. I hope you have an amazing weekend and a happy Memorial Day. I will catch you next time. Gregor out.